Hey, my name's May, and today I'm going to be doing a little grocery haul. As you can see by these bags on the counter here, we grocery shop at this local store called Pete's. I don't know if you have it where you are. Like a couple of the local stores we have are Pete's and Jewel Osco that are they're like chains, but they're not necessarily like nationwide, if that makes sense. So I want to show you what I got. I have ideas for what I might be cooking this week, but we'll see. We will see because, all of this is subject to change. As are many things in this world right now. First off, I got my coconut water because I like my coconut water. I am still working on drinking regular water. Usually when I drink regular water, I add in lime juice and that helps me want to drink more of it. But also coconut water because then I could add that in, or I could just get some plain apple juice and then water that down a bunch, and that's how I'll get more water too. We got quite a few frozens, but I'm putting in my coconut water, and you're just gonna have to pardon the state of my refrigerator right now. I'm sorry. I really tried. I do try to keep things organized to the best extent that I can. But when you go in and out of the fridge, sometimes you forget the spot that you put your food in before, and no. Anyway, excuses. What's the next thing I got? I got this green juice that they have at the store, and it's 12 different greens with lime juice, apple juice, and orange juice. And it's really green. It's a green juice, but it is very tasty. And I'll sip on it throughout the week. Okay, I must have been really thirsty because that was, I drink a lot of that, but it's really good. I really like this juice. And it still has some of the veg in there. So, source of fiber, because some green juices are just completely clear almost. And then you're missing out on some of the micronutrients. Well, fiber is a macronutrient. But anyway, fiber is important. Also, I got these healthy choice meals that have no added sugar, because my psychiatrist said that for some of the conditions that I have, that's coming in another video. Some of the conditions that I have, reducing my sugar intake significantly is important. So, another thing that I have to do and restrict in my life, but it's probably for the best. So I'm working on that. 0 added sugar and just, cooking more in general. This one's Verde chicken, and it has zucchini and bell pepper in it, which, I'm not a huge fan of bell pepper, and I'm not a huge fan of zucchini either, but I'm going to give it a try because I need to eat more vegetables. And this one is sesame chicken with zucchini noodles. So I'm excited to try them. I'm really hopeful that they'll be really good, and that I'll like them. I'm also just happy that it looks like the ingredients are actually fairly simple. It's not like a ton of chemicals in here, that it's just straight up like mushrooms, edamame, vinegar, sesame seed oil, etc. It's pretty direct. Oh, and speaking of, I need to pull out some meat for dinner, I think. So I think I'm gonna pull out this salmon. And then I have a bunch of chocolate bars in there because when I was a bus driver, sometimes I would give the kids candy. But I have dark chocolate and I know they're not going to touch that. So I just left it in my freezer and we're just going to wait and see. I'll probably gradually snack on it eventually. But I've had that in there for a couple months now. We'll see when the snacking comes. Because I do love dark chocolate, but I just don't want to be overdoing it, So anyway, I pulled out this salmon. This is something we've had in our fridge. And it was a pretty good price. It was $20 for this whole thing of salmon, which, can last 2 people, at least 2 meals. Especially if you try. It even could be 3 if you're small people. But me and my husband are not. So we'll probably get 2 meals off of this salmon. And so I'm going to put this in a couple plastic bags so it doesn't leak all over the floor when it defrosts. Because if you don't know, defrosting your meat is essential to getting good texture out of it. When you cook at home. That's my advice. Always make sure you defrost your meat. So I got my little plastic bags here. Don't know when this turned into an advice column, but I'm talking about groceries. So there's only so much I can do, I think, that's relevant. And I'm putting it in this plastic bag, and then I'm gonna put it in this pot that I have in the sink. And hopefully by dinner time, it will be fully defrosted. We shall see, because I keep it kind of cold in my house. So if I keep it kind of cold, then it might not defrost as much as I'd like. But that's what the defrost button on the microwave is for. So anyway, we got a bag of potatoes, which I only wanted to get a couple potatoes because I didn't want to accidentally weight them. Did y'all hear words come out of my mouth? That didn't sound like words to me. I didn't want to accidentally waste them because sometimes we wait a long time to use potatoes and then they start sprouting, which isn't really the end of the world for a potato, but if it keeps doing it, then eventually the potato's just gonna end. Not edible. You could plant it. It's kind of cold to be planting potatoes now. So I'm going to put these in our little wooden bowl. We got this gorgeous bowl when we got married. I love this bowl. So I use it for sometimes fruit. I use it for potatoes. I'll use it for onions. Right now we have garlic in here. What did I drop? I don't think this garlic is good anymore. It's suspiciously crunchy. Oh, nah, hun. She gonna have to go. This poor garlic. She wanted to fulfill her destiny. Her destiny was the trash. I hate that. I hate having to waste food. I'm gonna try and do better with that in the future. There's too much food waste going on in this world, and there's too many people who are hungry. You know, sometimes things happen. I'm gonna be home a lot more now, so I will be able to focus a little bit more on preventing food waste in our household at least. But here's our potatoes. I don't know if you were able to see all that, but potatoes in this bowl. Actually, that's really pretty. I guess this one wants to be next. She's being dramatic, falling all over the place, screaming, won't you observe me next? You know, so I guess I had to. But I got these Kodiak protein waffles. I thought I could make like some breakfast sandwiches out of them, and they have some protein in them. They're the little blueberry ones. Apparently, fun fact, if you have these in your store, if you get the vanilla ones, you actually get 2 more waffles as opposed to the ones that have flavor on them. So you get 10 waffles of the vanilla waffles instead of only 8 waffles of the blueberry waffles. So I recommend if you see that and you're looking for a bang for your buck, go with the vanilla ones. The blueberry are tasty, and that's all my store had, but if they had the vanilla, I would have copped those. You know it. Anyway, I'm putting these in the freezer. Strawberries. I'm taking the strawberries out to defrost. Then I got my waffles in here. Waffles. Oh my goodness. I have all this chocolate in here. Oh, and I have a burrito I forgot about. A breakfast burrito. Well, I'll put that over here so I don't forget it. We got some tortilla chips because we have these avocado salsas. Well, one's just guacamole. The other one is an avocado salsa that I made up because it was salsa verde that I didn't like. So then I added in some of the guacamole to it and I mixed it up. And I'm calling it avocado salsa. It's good with these chips. I like these chips a lot. And I will just put them over here for now. Why is she so heavy? I promise I'm talking about the paper bag here, but I know I could be talking about myself. It's whichever. That's also a question for me. I also wonder why I'm so heavy, but it is what it is right now. I'm talking to several doctors about it. We'll see what they come up with as for answers. I know I have a couple medical conditions, but we're talking about food, so I'm not going to talk about medical conditions while we're talking about food. I don't know. I feel weird about it. Anyway, I got these black waters. This one is sparkling elderberry, and it's like an alkaline water, which I mostly just get alkaline water because I like the taste, because I know that technically like an alkaline water does not, just for the mere fact that being alkaline does not actually biologically benefit you better than any other kind of water. But this one does have fulvic acid in it and electrolytes and antioxidants. And I need electrolytes, I need antioxidants. I don't know about fulvic acid. I don't know what it does. The cool thing about this water, let me show you something. The cool thing about this water is my little mason jar here. No, that one. I don't think that one's clean. It should have been clean. I don't know. It looks funny. Let me get another one. Here we go. This beautiful jar. Look at this. It looks like soda. I'm sure that's probably the fulvic acid in here, but it's really pretty. It's like this gorgeous, deep, you know, like a lager, like a dark beer kind of color. But it's just sparkling water. Though, you know, honestly, I would use it as a soda replacement. So I got some of these to help me with my hydration because drinking just water is kind of boring to me. I know it's a problem. I'm working on it. Haha. And then also I got some butterhead lettuce because that is my favorite kind of lettuce. Butter lettuce is so good. It's delicious. It's perfect in salads. And then I got some cucumbers because I thought instead of using tortilla chips, I could dip the cucumbers in my avocado salsa because I need to reduce my carbohydrate intake because it turns into sugar, and I'm not supposed to have a lot of sugar right now. We're working on it. I have another one of these that I'll put in the fridge. And then I got some maple syrup because we ran out. I used the rest in a marinade for some chicken tenders that I baked instead of fried, even though I breaded them like they should have been fried. But I thought, hey, if I bake them, it'll be healthier and they'll be just as crispy, and that did not work. So more maple syrup is required. So I got maple syrup. I'm not putting it in the fridge. I leave it in the pantry. Let me know, do you guys leave your, like, because it's real maple syrup. It's not just like the like syrup flavored syrup. But let me know, do you think I should, because it's real maple syrup, I should put it in the fridge, or should I leave it in the pantry? Is that okay? I mean, it's pure sugar, so I'd think that it being sugar, it'd be fine. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys do. Let me know what you think. I also got this big thing of mushrooms. They're portobellos. And it was like $3. Like, it was only $3 for all these little mushrooms. I'm thinking I might do a stuffed mushroom cap situation, or I could do like a stroganoff kind of thing. Which a stroganoff sounds really good right now, but I don't feel like cooking right now. It's 10 a.m. It's not really like a cooking time. Like, if anything, it maybe is snack time. So I'll probably have a little snack after I put these away. Mushrooms. We got some keto bread for my husband because he loves bread. We're both trying to be a little more discerning with our food choices. So we got keto bread so that for his sandwiches, they can be more low calorie and less carb for some of the goals that we have. Why is this potato kind of green? You see that? It's kind of green. I mean, I think it's still okay though, right? Whatever. Anyway, distraction. I got these sweet Italian chicken sausages. I thought they'd be good for a dinner one day when I really don't feel like, cooking a meat, or if I forgot to defrost a meat. Backup plans. That's how you become a good housewife. This is me trying to be a good housewife. Anyway, put these in here in the refrigerator. I got some green tomatoes, and you might ask, well, what are you doing with green tomatoes? Why would you get them green? Are you gonna wait for them to ripen? No, my family is Southern. Fry these girlies up. And fried green tomatoes, if you've never had them done well, also, not too much breading, just enough with the cornmeal and just crispy. And then on the inside, it's got some tang, but it's soft. Yeah, I recommend you try some. But I feel like, you can't just go anywhere to get them because some places overbread their fried green tomatoes. That kind of ruins it to me. So I'm planning to make some of these this week. I got some persimmons because those were on sale this week. They've been like $2 a pound for a while, and I love persimmons. I got some more of those. And then I got a little box of cornbread mix, the Jiffy cornbread mix. I know I could make some from scratch because I have the cornmeal, but every time I have tried to make cornbread from scratch, I don't know, it don't turn out right. It really don't. It turns lumpy. It's, really doughy. I'm just, Jiffy. Because I think it'll help me kind of get into the groove again of how to make cornbread right. I know I could just look up a recipe, but this was 89 cents. So, maybe going with the fried green tomatoes. I got some fish up in here. I mean, I don't want to fry everything, so I might grill it. I'm probably going to grill it. And then I have some greens that I made the other day, some collard greens. That's just real up soul food. I didn't bring in the mac and cheese. I did get one big sweet potato though, so maybe if I make some candy, you know what? I'm babbling. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the pantry. This is dog food for my dog, for Coco. We got the puppy version. It's not because she's a puppy. She's actually an elder dog. She's going to be 13 in February, but she does not show it. She is a Chihuahua. Chihuahuas have very long lifespans when it contextualized like with other dogs. So, and she's pretty healthy. So maybe just beside right now, her vision is kind of getting a little dodgy. So we're going to have to see about that. I get her the puppy dog food because she's very, very skinny. And so the puppy food, basically what it does is the only difference is that it's just fattier, and so it helps them grow. So because she's so thin, I like to get her the puppy dog food when I can because it has a little more fat in it, and hopefully it kind of helps keep her, at a normal weight instead of like underweight. Then I got some bone broth, and it's the Epic brand, which this brand, I love their jerky. Their venison jerky is so good. Bison jerky is so good. I like their chicken jerky. I like all their jerky, to be honest. It's really tasty and it has good quality. It's still really moist in the context of being jerky without it being like, one of my teeth is gonna fall out if I try to like bite this off, like, gas station jerky does. This bone broth has, per jar, 16 grams of protein. So I like to put this in with pasta sometimes, to get a little extra protein when I make pasta. Whenever. The other thing is right now I have stuffing. So I'm thinking I'll probably mix this in with the stuffing to get a little extra protein in there. I'm gonna have to move some stuff around because I am running out of space. Oh, here's this big old sweet potato I got. It was 50 cents a pound. I think this whole sweet potato was probably like a $1.50, but it's a big old sweet potato. Egg shaped, very cute. I really do want to throw it, but I know that would be a bad. Do not let the intrusive thoughts win. But it's a nice sweet potato. It's perfect shape for throwing. It's like a football. No. Anyway, put that down before I get a little more hyper. I got a lean cuisine. I got a quick meal for times when I'm either too busy or don't really want to cook. I do love shrimp scampi. Sometimes the lean cuisines, sometimes they're hit or miss for me. Sometimes the sauces are really good and sometimes they're just like, wow. We'll see how this turns out. And then I know for a fact this creamy spinach tomato linguine. I am so bad at talking today. Linguine. This is really good. I've had this before and I love it. I've had it a couple times. Oddly enough, I like it a lot for breakfast. I also like these because they help me with like portion control a little bit. And then I got some fruit, some cup mango. Fruit is good for me. And I have to get it in ways that I know I will eat. These are berries. Oh, and the last time I got those things of berries, I actually made homemade jam. I mean, you can't really see. All you can see of it is that we ate it. Cause girl, it was good. It was, it's like tangy. I added some like lemon zest in there and it was just, it's delicious. Like it has this beautiful consistency. Don't know if you can see it, but it has a gorgeous color. I love making preserves. I do. Like, I just love that it's like, yes, fresh jam. Cottage core girly. And then I got this thing of dragon fruit to encourage me hydration, more fruit, etc. I also got some apple juice. This whole thing of apple juice was $2. $2! And it's supposed to be like apple cider and the ingredients are just apple juice and vitamin C. $2 for this. Of course I had to get it. Like, what, are you crazy? A butternut squash. And it's just perfect. It's a perfect little shape. So cute. It's like, I wish I was shaped like this, but that's not relevant. Such a cute little squash. Because at least I caught myself. I love butternut squash. It is so good. And yeah, I'm gonna put that in my bowl. I had tried to bring my tote bags. I forgot most of them. I did have one in the car, and then I had some extra Trader Joe's bags. So I used those when I went shopping. Everything's falling out. But anyway, I had some of my other tote bags left at home. So I'm gonna try and put those in the car so that I remember them for next week when we go grocery shopping. Then hopefully we'll have all the bags we need without having to contribute to plastic waste. I know that in reality, like the biggest contributors towards pollution and towards global warming are actually corporations and not just each individual person who uses plastic bags. But at the same time, it's good to help where you can. And so I try to help where I can. It is what it is with that, because it's like, until lawmakers make stuff that prevent corporations from enacting mass pollution like they do, we're not going to really see much of a difference. But anyway, that is not the point of this video. Though I just felt like that was an important thing to say. If you have any questions or any suggestions, honestly, a lot of suggestions. If you have any suggestions for things that I should get on my next grocery visit, if I can find them, let me know, because I'm looking for some new things to kind of spice up the grocery rotation. So if you have any advice, if you have any recipes you want to share, I'd love to hear them from you. We love having our little every plates each week, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of need to make sure that I'm cooking a lot more and, reducing how much we have to spend on grocery by, having more recipes in my rotation. So anyway, I really appreciate your input. But thanks for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to comment on the video, to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!